Hey everybody, Max and Monty 15 and 16 here, back again with another Thomas Wooden Railway review. So today, I'm going to be reviewing Harvey, so let's go ahead and get into it. Harvey was first introduced in Season 6, where he is actually a tank engine with pretty much a crane mounted onto his top. Harvey is one of the most unique engines in the show, and of course, I'm glad that he's still being used today. I mean, he is actually still getting episodes, or at least getting good roles in episodes. So, that's probably why he's getting so much merchandise nowadays. Of course, they gave him an Adventures model, and of course, the Thomas and Friends Wood models. So, anyway, let's go ahead and start off with the first model of Harvey. This model was introduced in 2003, 1 year after Season 6 premiered. So, Harvey, of course, this one just doesn't cut it. I'm gonna be honest. This one pretty much sucks. Of course, the shaping is nice, and it does have a few nice details, like an actually molded gear, which moves when the crane is moved. So that's one good thing. So of course he also has the gold funnel, which is one thing the wood versions don't. And in the cab here, you can actually see that there's like a little top cab area, or I guess the roof. And of course you can actually see his seat and controls, and he's got windows on the back. However, Harvey is brown. His color is not brown in the show. He's like I don't know. I mean, this Harvey is so inaccurate in color, it's not even funny. I mean, I don't really know how anyone can even stand to use this Harvey. I mean, it's so... I don't know, I just don't... Harvey isn't brown. I mean, that's just one really bad thing about this model. I mean, they were lazy enough to just give him black wheels. I mean, that is not good at all. But, I mean, other than a couple of the nice details I showed you, this model, I don't know, it just doesn't cut it, to be honest. Harvey, again, is really simplistic. There's really not much to say. One thing I'd like to note, though, is that he has these little two dots right here. And when I was younger, I thought they were Legos. So, yeah. But anyway, Harvey here, he does have a spinning crane arm, which goes 360 degrees. And, of course, you can move it just that much. So, of course, it's pretty nice. And I believe that's as much as he can move it in the show as well. So his smoke box actually protrudes out here, which is one thing that the wood model does not have. So I'm not really sure which one is correct, but yeah. Anyway, with Harvey here, of course, mine's in very bad condition, because I got him, I want to say 7 or 8 years ago. So yeah, this Harvey's definitely seen a lot of wear and tear. However, for what it is, though, I mean, it's a nice representation of Harvey. Just the inaccurate colors really throw me off. And so Harvey was pretty much kicked out after Season 12, and we really never saw him again. And that Harvey was sold up until, I believe, around 2009, 2010. So for a while, we just went without Harvey in the show. I mean, pretty much everyone forgot about him. Until around Season 17. Harvey was given new episodes in Season 17 and a pretty big focus. So, which was one thing I really applaud Brenner for. And so, he still actually has a lot of focus in today's episodes, as I said before. But, yeah. Anyway, around late 2018 is when Harvey's Thomas and Friends Wood model came out. Now, of course, this one surprisingly has less paint than my beat-up one. But, yeah. Anyway, Harvey was updated with a CGI face, a new magnet, and more accurate color. Well, this Harvey is still a mixture of brown and red. He's more of a clay color, if that makes any sense. But, yeah. He's gained the addition of gold plastic under his crane arm, and it doesn't make any noise when it spins around, which is something I really like. Of course, it can also move, and of course it doesn't have a plastic gear either. It's just painted on. The crane arm, I believe, is smaller than, the crane arm is smaller, and, I believe it's shorter as well, but I'm not sure. No, they're actually about the same length, but this one is, a lot thinner on the Thomas Wood model. So he also has a new style of magnet. I'm not really sure why it's so long, but who cares? But Harvey, of course, he even has the correct color of wheels, which is one thing I really applaud Mattel for. So Harvey, of course, he has the addition of gold plastic here, which is something I'm not really sure how accurate it is, but yeah, you know. Again, he has running board detail as well as buffer detail, which is something I really enjoy. Even on the Thomas and Friends Wood models, it's just, I don't know. I really like to think that they went the extra mile. Harvey, however, of course, the painted wood, the unpainted Harvey has less paint than the average Thomas Wood model, and you can definitely tell. So of course, neither of these would really suit me in my own opinion. Some of you would prefer this one mainly because it's wooden railway, but I prefer to like this one. Now, one thing I like to note is before we move on is that they actually have crane detail now. This little area right here on the crane is actually molded, and it looks really nice. Anyway, here is the 2019 Thomas & Friends Wood Harvey. I absolutely love this model. So, of course, Harvey here, he has his really nice CGI face. And unlike this unpainted model, the crane arm is actually kind of stiff, which I'm not really sure if that's just my model, but it's actually really stiff. I actually like the way that this one just barely moves with a lot of leeway. But that's something I can get past, of course. This Harvey is correct in color for once. I mean, he is a nice darker red, and I mean, he's actually a different shade of color to his predecessor, which you can tell, hopefully on camera you can tell that. But with Harvey here, he has the correct colored wheels, finally. And of course, this Harvey actually has the black paint filled in where it needs to be, and he has a lot of detail. Even for a Thomas Wood model, he's really detailed. So I really like that, of course, they have, I think they got his shape really nice as well. I think the Thomas & Friends Wood and Railway version was a bit longer, but yeah, I'm glad they fixed that. Now, of course, he did lose the controls inside of his cab and the extra roof detailing as well. But that's something I would personally give that up to have a correct Harvey. Now, I mean, one thing I'm gonna say is my dad always enjoyed playing, or at least playing with me when I was younger, and he liked Wooden Railway just as much as I did. And when I showed him Thomas & Friends Wood, he was pretty upset. And so, when I got my 2019 Harvey, I showed it to him, and I said, "Hey Dad, this is a new Thomas Wooden Railway Harvey." And he said, "Wow, I'm glad Wooden Railway's back." And then I told him, "No, this is wood." And he was actually really impressed. And so, yeah, it's pretty great. So overall, I would definitely recommend this Harvey, even if you don't like Thomas Wood. Even if you just had to get one model of Thomas Wood, Harvey. Harvey right there. Get him. So, of course, you can find them at any local Barnes & Noble, or at least, my Target doesn't sell Thomas Wood, but most do, so, yeah. Anyway, sorry if this review is a bit longer than it's supposed to be, but, yeah, I just have a lot to say about Harvey. So, thank you all for watching, and have a great day. Max and Monty 15 and 16, signing out.